Hello, everyone. My name is Ethan Goldrich, and I am the Deputy Assistant Secretary for Near Eastern Affairs at the U.S. Department of State. Let me begin by apologizing for not being there with you in person today for this great event. I am currently on my way back to the United States from participating in the European Union's Syria Civil Society Day of Dialogue, where I had the opportunity to meet with many colleagues from Syrian civil society, international organizations, and other governments. I am, however, happy that my colleague from the State Department, Senior Syria Advisor Dr. Germana Kaddour, is with you today. Let me also thank Dr. Gebes and the Citizens for a Secure and Safe America. I have been to many C4SSA events and always appreciate the quality of the discussion and debate and the dedication of those participating to the cause of a better future for Syria. Dr. Gebes, your organization's tireless efforts to consistently advocate for Syrian people and to promote democracy, freedom, and prosperity in Syria inspire us all. Now, 13 years into the conflict, the situation in Syria continues to be very precarious. Even as the world faces other regional and global crises, we continue to urge de-escalation across the region, including in Syria, where the potential for escalation always exists in a fragile environment which has already experienced so much violence. The Assad regime continues to escalate its attacks, especially the northwest, where lingering humanitarian issues from the February 2023 earthquake present additional challenges to an already dire conflict. As the number of Syrians in need of humanitarian aid continues to increase, the United States' priority is that all modalities of humanitarian access for all Syrians are not hindered, and that humanitarian assistance reaches those in need wherever they are. There can be no lasting political solution without accountability and justice for the atrocities, violations, and abuses committed against Syrians. So we continue to push for accountability for injustices perpetrated by the Assad regime and others. Ultimately, peace and stability in Syria over the long term can only be reached if there is a lasting political settlement to the crisis. We continue to support the efforts of UN Special Envoy Geir Peterson, including his work to facilitate Constitutional Committee talks, which we have seen blocked both by Russia and the regime's refusal to participate. While the process has yet to bear fruit, it remains the only process that calls for government, opposition, and civil society stakeholders to sit at one table. For this reason, we still believe the Constitutional Committee is relevant. When it one day reconvenes, we will also look for improvements over the outcomes of its earlier sessions, which had not resulted in any agreed-upon constitutional language. The challenges that face us remain immense, but our resolve to face them is even greater. I want to assure you that the United States remains committed to working with you to find ways to advance a political process and ease the suffering of Syrians. I am hopeful that together we can forge constructive paths forward that will move Syria closer toward a stable, just, and enduring peace. Thank you again for the opportunity to speak to you today, and I wish you all the best in today's conference. Thank you very much.